Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill. And looks like Wargaming has some news for us. We have some buffs, we have some nerfs. MX65T is getting buffed, fellas. Chieftain 279E is getting nerfed. Good tuna! By the way, we are doing this live. So what is happening here, as you can see, this is the reaction of the chat. Since we have a hot news, I thought we are going to do this live and so on, so on. As you can see, it is madness what is happening here. Yes, laugh from me, mother truckers. Okay, guys, let's see what Wargaming is changing and what Wargaming is doing. Pretty much Wargaming is saying, super test preview, vehicle changes and rebalances, right? What Wargaming is changing? Some premium tanks, some tier 5, tier 6, tier 8 tanks, tier 10 tanks, and reward tanks. This is an interesting part, right? So, vehicles considering for rebalancing. Let's see what they are changing. We have Patriot. Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Patriot is getting buffed. So top speed, extra 5 top speed, reverse speed, extra 2 kilometers reverse speed, dispersion of the movement, so it's going to be significantly more accurate. Whole traverse speed, dispersion, aiming time. This is absolutely amazing news for every and each person who has Patriot, because many of you know that Patriot is not the finest tank nowadays, right? It's just not the best tank. So, with all of this, I believe Patriot will be back on track. I am super excited about this. After that, we have Liberty changes. Liberty is going to be a bit quicker. Aka, it can turn better, right? Dispersion changed, view range changed. Fellas, Liberty has better view range. Absolutely amazing. So you do not need to use optics if you are playing in the open map. Aim time changes and dispersion changes. Very, very nice. Will this tank be broken? Absolutely not, but I believe it is going to be significantly better than it is now. How about the pilot changes? Standard penetration, special shell penetration, shell velocity, and gold shell velocity. I don't really think this is a humongous change for a tank, but obviously it is definitely better than it was before, right? How about Centurion? Centurion is getting a bit better dispersion. It wasn't the most horrible tank, to be fair with you, but fine, fair enough. Esterva 81. Look at this. Centurion has armor, Centurion has pretty much the same speed, Prima Victoria doesn't have anything as the Centurion has, and pretty much they are going to be equal now. Excellent, very, very nice. By saying this, I mean Esterva 81 is still pile of kaku. If you want to have something like this, Centurion is the way to go, right? After that, we have Fava. By the way, this tank is a stinker, at least in my opinion. It is just no bueno. What do we have? Better view range, a bit better DPM, and a bit better dispersion. Excellent. How? Turtle? Fellas, Turtle is getting buffed. Ha! I thought it is the best tank ever, but oh well. The problem with the Turtle, in my humble opinion, was that this tank was just simply slow. The game meta is quite quick. I believe every single of you knows that. And now Wargaming is going to do some changes for it. Okay, interesting. Speed up to 25 kilometers per hour, aka 5 kilometers faster, reverse speed 2 kilometers faster, dispersion during the movement, okay, standard shell penetration a bit better, special shell penetration a bit better, standard shell velocity way better. I mean, this is a humongous buff, because in the past, to play with a Turtle, it was quite hard to snipe, right? Now it's going to be significantly easier, same goes for a gold. Nice! Very, very nice. Do I think the Turtle needed to be buffed? To be completely honest with you, not really. I think there is way shitter tanks than Turtle is. Fellas, I have a question. Would you say the Turtle is the worst tank in the world of tanks? What do you think? Is it the worst tank in the world of tanks now? Yes, you can see most of the people are saying no. And whoever is saying yes, how dare you to love the Turtle? Disgusting. Okay, look, This is what we have from the premium changes. Okay, let's move on. Now we have the Churchill changes as well. And to be fair with you people, we are definitely disgusted to go towards the Super Conqueror line just because of the Churchills awaits for them, right? So let's see what they have done for a Churchills. Pretty much it made it a bit more accurate. And aiming time tiny touch better. This is not a game changer. Where is the speed? Where is the speed buff? Fellas, am I missing something? The biggest problem of the Churchills, they are slow as F. Okay, no speed buffs, what can I say? Hashtag never lucky. Oh, with a Churchill 6, we have a bit of the speed buff, so from 20 to 25. Reverse speed from 12 to 14, a bit of the better gun handling over there, and a bit better aiming time. Okay, that's definitely better. How about Mr. Blade Prince? Same situation goes for a Blade Prince. It's a bit better than it was before. Forward speed, reverse speed, a bit better accuracy. Reload time, so it is getting a bit better DPM, right? And dispersion. Would the Blade Prince be the best tier 7 heavy tank? I don't really think so, but I think this is going to be nice. Wait a second, is it only me or dispersion on the turret traverse? It is like double buffed, right? This is like a double buffed. So this is actually pretty damn huge. That means it had a bloom before, right? Whenever you are moving your turret, now the bloom will be significantly smaller. That is a good thing. And now the most important... Fellas, this is original cow. This is original cow. You know what Wargaming is doing? Buffing frontal armor, making dispersion a bit better, and increasing the aim time, or actually decreasing the aim time, so it is going to be easier to aim. This is actually pretty damn nice thing. I think the cow was truly one of those shitter tanks, and now look at this, Wargaming is doing something right. Okay, I'm a X65T. Fellas, the history of MX65T. Wargaming buffed the tank, then Wargaming nerfed the tank, then Wargaming nerfed the MX65T again, and now Wargaming is buffing it again. Woo! Whoever is responsible for a balance, congratulations, excellent job. It took you only a decade to figure this out. Excellent. By the way, MX65T is not a great tank, you know? It never been the best tank in the World of Tanks, but looks like Wargaming is changing something. So what they are doing, they're increasing armor, they're increasing whole traverse, view range, and reload time. Okay, do I think my X65T will be awesome? Absolutely not. But do I think it is going to be a bit better? Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. In before, Wargaming will nerf it again. Okay, interesting. Now this is a huge one. This is a very, very huge one, fellas. Vaka. Nowadays it's known as a big pile of nothing, but look at those changes. This tank can actually be very, very powerful. I am telling you, this tank can be meta tank nowadays. Pay attention at dispersion changes, DPM changes, dispersion over 100 meters changes, aiming time changes, hit points increase, which is just a little bit. Penetration increase, right? Or what is this? This is armor. 260 armor frontally, fellas. This tank is going to be very, very, very powerful tank whenever the changes will go through, if they will go through. Obviously, I need to highlight this. It's only proposal changes. Still, a lot of things might be changed, but this tank is going to be powerful. Looking into all of this, this is very, very, very powerful tank, fellas. Moving on, next T69. What do we have? A bit dispersion changes, aiming change, good. Penetration, fellas, gold penetration of this tank is going to go up to 280 millimeters of penetration. This is very, very powerful. Plus, on top of that, DPM change as well. 24 seconds to reload. Before it was 27. This is very, very powerful change for this tank. After that, we have a Pershing, aim time change, dispersion change, standard shell change, and reload time. So you are getting quite much better DPM, right? And I don't really think Pershing was the worst tank in the world of tanks, but you needed to have experience how to play with this tank. Now it's going to be even better. And the thing is, gold of the Pershing, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 280 millimeters of penetration, which is very, very powerful for a tier 8 medium tank, right? Moving on next, Walker Bulldog. Penetration change, reload change, dispersion change, and aiming time change. I don't really think it is going to be the best tank in the world of tanks, but I don't see anything bad with the changes like this. 80-15, fellas. Brum, 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 brum. Look at this. Top speed, 25 instead of 20. Oh, and obviously the tank is going a bit faster backwards, right? Armor behind the gun mantlet. Fellas, armor used to be like 130 and now it's 230, so it actually should feel significantly better as a tank. Do I think it is going to be a game changer? To be completely honest with you, not really. I don't really think this tank suddenly become the best tank in the world of tanks. I really doubt it. And 110, which was a big pile of kaku for a very long time. DPM change, which is absolutely amazing. Dispersion change, aim time change, and lower glacis plate. Up to 200 millimeters of penetration, so pretty much lower tiers will struggle to penetrate you a bit. This is actually not that bad, fellas. It is not that bad. After that, we have another changes over there, fellas. Tier 10 Chinese tank destroyer. Pirosami, in your face. You cannot say, skill, I will make you to play Chinese tank destroyer. Ha, joke's on you. Look at this, fellas. This tank is getting significantly better power to weight ratio, so it's going to be quicker a bit, right? It will accelerate better and so on. Standard shell velocity. In the past, it used to be 760, so it was so awkward to snipe from the back. Now, with 960, it's significantly better. A bit of the DPM change and a bit of the dispersion change. That is actually pretty good. I think those changes was kind of necessary, fellas. Now, Bobject, fellas, in your face. Watch this. Hull traverse. This tank will turn a bit faster, but you know what? Rip 10 kilometers per hour speed. Instead of 50, you will go 40. Specific power to weight ratio is significantly lower. Hit points nerfed. Rangefinder cover from 230 millimeters to 210 millimeters. You know what that means? That means it's easier to penetrate this tank. The tank has less hit points. The tank is slower. Bobject is getting nerfed again. How about this? What is your reaction about the Bobject, fellas? What is your reaction about the Bobject? Huh? Good! Finally! Good! Nice, disgusting. I love it. Good! Okay. Well deserved. Well deserved. Okay, moving on next. ST2. ST2 is getting buffed as well. It's turning a bit quicker. Speaking about the turret traverse speed. Turret has tiny touch more armor, which is nice. Reload between shells instead of 5 seconds to 4 seconds, nice about the time. And DPM buff. That is very, very good, and this is nice. ST2 wasn't broken tank, it wasn't powerful tank, it was somewhere in the bottom of the meat chain, right? That's what I think, and hip hip hooray. And now, my beloved was F55. Reload time between the shots. Instead of 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Reload time, instead of 22 seconds, 25 seconds. Aim time, instead of 2.7 seconds, down to 3 seconds. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? OMG! To be fair with you, fellas, speaking about the changes, I do not really think those changes will ruin Vaza. But I think the changes will definitely mess tank a bit. Skill, what do you mean? It won't ruin it, but it will mess a bit with the tank a bit. The thing is, WARGAMING 55 is one of the better heavy tanks nowadays in the game. It's not a proper heavy tank, it's like a medium heavy hybrid. You pick, and you hide, you know? In 2 seconds, you can do 1000 damage. It is insanity. And now it looks like it's about the time that the balls of this tank got cut a bit. Is it a bad thing? You tell me. Do I love WARGAMING 55? Absolutely yes. Will I cry after this session in my bed? Yes. Skill from the future here. Guys, I forgot to mention one thing to prepare for Mark of Excellence. If it happened to be that you are struggling to get marks on WARGAMING 55 or on Bobject, aka Object version 4 or 279E, what you need to do, you need to get Mark of Excellence up to, let's say, 91, 92, maybe 93% if you are hunting that third mark. And whenever nerfs will go through, as you can see, the expectation value should go down like this. Maybe not so drastically, but this is how the thing should look like. So keep this in mind. 4 tanks which I would recommend to prepare for would be Chieftain, to get Mark of Excellence up to 90 something percent 279E, up to 90% something WARGAMING, 92, 93% Bobject, 92%. This is what I would recommend to do. And 1 week after the nerfs, expectation value should plummet, and you are going to get the free Mark of Excellence. Work smarter, not harder. Now, last but not least, fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the weirdest change out of all. Wargaming actually is touching tanks like a Chieftain and 279E. Fellas, Wargaming is touching tanks like Chieftain and 279E. Do you have something to say about this? Fellas, Wargaming is actually changing the 279E and the Chieftain. Yeah, looks like you are quite excited. Okay, what do we have here? 279E is losing hit points, it's losing DPM, it's losing top speed, and it's losing gold penetration. You know what I am personally missing for this? I personally miss the weak spot nerf. Whenever you are hitting a weak spot, it's still hard to hit it, but I am missing it because this change, obviously it will mess up 279E quite a bit, but not to the level that this tank will be unplayable or something. It will still be powerhouse, but in the same time... lower tiers would still struggle to penetrate it. I think armor is a bit of the problem from my point of view. At least that's what I think. Cupola could be weaker, you know? So if people are hitting Cupola, they are penetrating it easier. Whatever. Moving on next. Chieftain. Top speed. From 46 to 40. Hull traverse speed. From 33 to 28. DPM. Ooh! 1.5 seconds extra DPM for the gun reload. Fellas, Chieftain never had the greatest DPM, and now Chieftain DPM is even shitter. And special penetration from 322 to 311. Listen. Chieftain will still be pain in the ass, because it's very hard to dig the Chieftain whenever Chieftain is smart and whenever Chieftain is playing hull down, right? But other than that, Chieftain never had the most epic gun. Chieftain will be slower. Chieftain will have significantly worse DPM. And it will turn slower as well. This is actually huge news, fellas. Who could expect that Wargaming will nerf the Chieftain and buff the most important tank, MX-65T? Tell me what do you think in the comment section down below. That's what I have for you today. And I never thought I will say that, but GG for Wargaming for paying attention into that. By the way, CDC!